Once you have passed your MCQ or NCLEX, OSCE and your English test, you must be so excited to land your first health professional job in Australia as a nurse, midwife or any other. And here are common questions that I have heard from IQ&Ms, whether where to get the first job in Australia, how to get a visa sponsorship, are there still shortage in nursing and midwifery? So in today's video, I'll share with you of how did I find my first midwifery job in Australia as an international midwife, where should you search for it, what I would recommend in your visa situation, and we will finish with some Q&A sessions. Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. You are with me again, Julia. If you don't know me, I am an OSCE qualified midwife that migrated to Australia through the OBA pathway, and I created this channel to share with you about my experience to get AHPRA registration as a midwife here in Australia. And I also make videos to help you prepare for your exam as well. So if you are interested, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for this video. How did I find my first midwife job in Australia? I need to go back in June 2024 when I got a good news from AHPRA. So AHPRA sent me an email that I finally passed my OSCE exam. Yay! So that was my third OSCE exam. Then it's gonna be my last as well, I believe, because I was feeling like I don't want to do it anymore. And finally I passed. I got a good news. So that's good, a really good news. So after that, I straight away apply. I gather all of my documents ready, and then I apply for the registration straight away within like a week. And the process was pretty quick back then. I'm not sure about now, but it only took me like 7 to 10 days to get my registration paper. Once I got that paper, I straight away looking for a job. So start searching. Back then I was living in Adelaide, so I start applying and searching about hospital in Adelaide mostly. I start applying every day, few places a day, whenever they post a new job, and then I just go straight and apply. Unfortunately, after a week or two, I didn't hear back from any hospital, and I was nervous that I will not get a job. So I decided to expand my search. I just feel like, okay, just go further, go anywhere around South Australia, it's okay. So I start expanding my search to anywhere in South Australia, even if it's a rural, regional or anywhere. So I started applying after that 2 weeks time, and finally I got a phone call. So the first phone call was from Port Augusta Hospital. If you don't know where that is, it's around like 3 hours and a half drive to the north, and then yeah, it's gonna be a small town around there. So he called me, and then we booked for the interview in the next 2 or 3 days after that call. We had an interview with the manager and 2 people interviewing me, and after that they told me that okay, they're happy to offer me a job, and yeah, that's how I landed my first job. And I decided, once I got that good news, I was so excited because it is the first job and I don't want to wait any longer. So I decided to accept that job offer immediately, straight away, no more thinking. Just tell my partner that if he's okay, if we are happy, then just go. I have one condition though back then, because we were on the graduate visa 485. I was a dependent on his visa, and I just decided that we just need to get a job, because I got a job offer in July 2024 and the visa is about to expire in January 2025, so we only have 6 months left. So I don't want to wait any longer and just accept it and just go. So that's how I landed my first job. 2 weeks after that though, I feel like 2 or 3 weeks after that, I also got a phone call from another 2 hospitals as well, because I also applied in some hospital in regional Victoria and also regional WA as well. And 2 hospitals called me to book for the interview, but then I say no to them because I already made up my mind and I don't want to make myself confused anymore. So I just stop, no more interviewing, just one hospital accept that offer and I just go. So I was staying in Port Augusta for like a year. So I worked there as a full-time midwife, worked there for 1 year. And then we decided that if we didn't get the invitation from the Home Affairs for our permanent residency, we can ask them for the sponsorship, because when we did the interview, I've been asking them about the visa sponsorship and they said they have that opportunity as well. So those are the places that I will apply. Okay, so if you are looking for a place that can offer you a sponsorship as well, ask them in the interview. Okay, so I asked them, they said they have that options, but fortunately, after I worked there for like 2 months, I started working in September. And in November, I got a good news from Home Affairs that we got invitation for permanent residency. Yay! If you want to know more information about that, check out in my video here. I make some video about my permanent residency pathway in there as well. That's such a relief after got the PR, after been working for a really long time on the process of midwifery, OSCE registration, this thing. And yeah, so I worked there for a year, and until September 2025 I decided that we need a new adventure. So I talked to my partner and we agreed that okay, let's seek a new adventure, and then we decided to move to Melbourne, Victoria, which is where I am now. So when I apply a second time as a midwife job, so I feel like it was less scary. I feel like because we already know, or I already know what they are doing or how is the midwifery practice in Australia look like, so I feel like I was less scared about the interview, and I also have some experience with interviewing as well. And yeah, the second time just go smoother and better. For my recommendation, so that depends on your visa condition. If you are Australian permanent resident or citizen, you are so much easier pathway. You can apply wherever you like. You have more chance to get a job as well, because you don't need to worry about visa expiry date anymore. Most likely you will get a higher chance to get a job in a city hospital. I feel like because it's more competitive and because you don't have about visa expiry conditions, so you will be stand out from the crowd. For anyone with temporary visa holder or you need a visa sponsorship, I would say this pathway is a little bit trickier because of our visa condition. So I would recommend that when you search on Seek, Indeed or in the hospital website, look for the information. Sometimes when they advertise, they mention straight away about the options for visa sponsorship, even it's gonna be 482 subclass or the 186. 186 is the pathway to the permanent residency straight away. Make sure that you read the advertisement carefully. Sometimes they mention that. If they don't mention on there, it doesn't mean that they don't have that options. You just need to get a chance to ask them on the interview. That's gonna be the same as me as well. So ask them on the interview, see if they have that offer. If they have, then that will be good for you. And another thing that I want you to consider is the public hospital and also regional hospital as well. So in those hospitals, I felt like they have more funding from the government because they need someone to work for them and they cannot find any more people locally, so they are most likely to have more funding to sponsor you a visa and work there. My honest advice is to apply as many places as you like. Do not put all your hopes in one application. You have the right to choose of where you want to be, so make sure that you explore your options. Don't do the same as me. And also another thing to consider though, in Australia right now, they are experiencing some housing crisis issue because many people coming in and they don't have enough house to supply, something like that. So if you are currently living in Australia on temporary visa, like the student visa, work and holiday visa, or any kind of working visa, you will be the priority to get a job offer and also to get a visa sponsorship in Australia if you need to. Anyway, you have already done all of the hard work. You been through the OSCE exam, you already got the AHPRA registration at the end, so it is worth to try. There should be a good opportunity to everyone, isn't it? Recruitment agency. So anyone can also apply through the recruitment agency as well for nursing and midwife. Some agency can also help you to find a visa sponsorship from the employers. They normally advertise when they are announcing that they are hiring someone, or otherwise you can also ask them in private and see what they say. And when you work with agency, sometimes it's going to be like a contract, like a 4 to 12 week contracts if you are working with one hospital. And if you are working in the city, it can be like a shift in different hospitals, something like that. And from my experience, I saw my colleague who came from the UK and Ireland that they land their first job with the agency staff, agency midwife, and I feel like because their practice are quite comparable to Australian standard, and I believe that if you are from these 7 countries, there's higher chance for you to get a job here in Australia as well. Let's move to Q&A session. So question number 1, is midwifery and nursing still shortage in Australia? The answer is yes, definitely. I believe that midwife and nursing are short everywhere in the world, so including Australia as well. So if you move here, you will get a job for sure. Question number 2, I plan to sit for my OSCE next month. Should I apply for a job now? My answer is don't rush to it just yet. Just focus on your OSCE at the moment, and once you have done your OSCE and if you feel confident with it, then go ahead and apply for jobs. Otherwise, you can wait until you get the result and then apply for a job after you get the registration, or when you are on the process for registration, because I feel like the process doesn't take that long. Roughly it will take like 2 weeks to 2 months. So if they are really desperate for having staff, they will respond to you very quickly. So don't rush into it. Focus on your OSCE. How to get a visa sponsorship. So as I mentioned earlier, if you can have a look through the advertisement, I can show you on the screen as well. So when you go through SEEK, and then you can see that they mention it here: sponsorship, visa sponsorship, sponsorship and pathway to PR, something like this. Otherwise, you can also ask the interviewer if they have a visa sponsorship options for you. Can I get a visa sponsorship to come for the OSCE? I would say no, I don't think so. Most likely, employer will offer you a visa sponsorship when you are ready to work for them. So they will sponsor you to come and work for them. So if you want to come for the OSCE, I would recommend to apply for a visitor visa first, subclass 600. You sit for the OSCE and then you go back home, and then once you got the good news that you passed the OSCE exam, you apply for your registration, and after that you can apply for a job and then ask them if they have a visa sponsorship available. And then you can come to work on that visa. Okay, so hopefully I help you to see some of the picture of how to find a midwife and nursing job in Australia. Remember, don't lose hope. You have been trying so hard and you come so far. So believe in it and you will get it when the right time comes. If you already get your registration ready, congratulations, you have come to the end and it's time for a new beginning. So feel free to check out in my skill assessment video with ANMAC as well, because that will help you with the visa purposes and to get some points if you go for a skill visa. If you are preparing for the midwifery OSCE exam, feel free to check out in the link at the top here for my OSCE preparation playlist. And if you need some support or need someone to practice with, you can book me in. The link will be in the description box down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching until the end, guys. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to my channel as well. We are almost 500 subscribers, everyone. Thank you so much for your support. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave me in the comment down below and I will get back to you as I can. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching until the end, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.